It's been tough, but it's something you have to work through, and there's nothing that we can really do to change it, so we just had to adapt.
I remember being in school in the library when they made the announcement for us to evacuate, and then I went home. I had like a club meeting to go to afterwards, but it was canceled, and I went home and took a nap, and then my mom woke me up, like shaking me frantically, telling me like, we have to go in the basement, we have to go in the basement. I didn't know what was going on. I was kind of delirious, but I remember going to the TV and seeing the tornado coming down the Connecticut River, and then the power went off and we went to the basement, and I live on a dead-end street. We have woods at the end of our street, and I'm the last house, and all of the trees, it went straight through the woods right next to our house, and all of the trees fell.
This school's a lot farther from my house than Cathedral is. I live just a few streets down from Cathedral, and it takes me about 15-20 minutes to get here now in the morning, so I got to get up earlier. And it's almost to some extent like being a freshman all over again, because you have to relearn where all the classrooms are, and you have to readjust your entire schedule. You're going from a 3-floor building to a 1-floor building, and it's a lot different.
It's been difficult. Like many people have said, we go from a larger school to a much smaller school, and the location is a lot farther away from my house. I lived like 2 minutes away from Cathedral, and now it's like a 20-minute drive. So that's been difficult to kind of adjust to, but we're starting to figure it out. It's been very distracting not having a house. I live at my grandma's, which she's great, but it's not my home, and it's not like the privacy of your own home and everything like that. But it's been difficult, to say the least.
Personally, I am going to apply to art school. I want to go to art school, and I lost all of my art pieces in the tornado, and to apply to art school you need a portfolio. So I had pieces in school that I had worked 4 or 6 months on, and now I have nothing for a portfolio, so that's kind of a change that I have to really adjust to, because now I need to make up for all of those lost pieces and everything just to go to college. But yeah, I mean, still adjusting and everything like that.
I was actually home. I was napping, and I got a text from one of my friends who was at her mom's work, and she was like, the tornado just passed over the building. She was like, I love you. And then, so I heard noises outside, and I actually got out of bed and looked out the window and saw like debris flying everywhere. Well, I was home, and me and my sister went in the basement, and we came back upstairs and looked out the window because we didn't know what was happening. And there was trees everywhere. My car was ruined. The roof was ripped off.
The school did a great job of keeping us all together and making sure that we all stayed together so we could graduate as a group. But there have been some people that left. I know I have a couple friends that have gone off to prep school, and a couple kids that have left after the first few weeks here. But for the most part, everyone stayed together, and we stuck pretty tight together through this whole thing. I think that's very important that everyone has to stay together through this entire experience. But there's always going to be some people that leave, and maybe they would have left anyways without the tornado. But it's certainly been tough, but I think we've done a great job sticking together.